Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm a trained doula with Birth Prep Doulas. In this video, let's talk about focus. This is a word that you may hear mentioned a lot in regards to labor. And you might hear it in your childbirth education class, or if you have a doula, you're going to hear the word focus come up a lot in your preparations for labor. So I'm going to discuss what we mean when we say focus and why it's so important to focus. So let's talk about what is actually happening in labor. A lot of it is dependent on hormones. So for labor to start, the hormones of birth, like oxytocin is a major one, come into play. So there's a rise in oxytocin in your system, and that's a good thing because that is one of the things that promotes the contractions and the dilation, and it's just helps the whole process flow. On the other hand, birth is a very stressful event. So there are other hormones that could come into play, like the stress hormones. For example, cortisol is a very commonly known stress hormone, and stress hormones cause a fight or flight response. So during labor, you are not going to benefit from having a surge in stress hormones because stress hormones and birth hormones cannot coexist. So if you have stress hormones, a lot of times they tend to overpower the birth hormones. And so you may find that your labor is taking a lot longer, or it feels a lot more stressful than it needs to feel, or it could even stall labor. So we want to promote the good hormones. We want to promote relaxation. And that is one of the ways in which focus comes in promoting relaxation. And it is very, very, very beneficial too in managing the pain and the discomfort of birth. So when we say focus, what do we mean? Well, let's talk about what not to focus on. So you're in the birthing room. There could be a lot going on in that room. So you do not want to focus, for one, on the machinery in the room. You don't want to focus on the numbers. You don't want to focus on the percentages, the centimeters, or the number of hours you've been in labor. You might hear those numbers come up, and it's good to just let them pass through your mind, but not put too much weight on them, because that is not anything that's going to affect the outcome of your labor. It's actually going to cause you more stress and then cause things to just have a longer progression than they need to. What you want to focus on is, one, your breathing. And if you have a doula can help you understand good deep breathing exercises and deep breathing techniques that work very, very well, especially during a contraction. You may hear the word breathe through the contraction, breathe into the contraction. That helps take your mind off of the pain and discomfort of the contraction, because if you're paying attention to the pain, you're more likely to fight or flight. You might fight it. You might create tension in those areas of your body that need to be relaxed and that need to be allowing the process to go. So you focus on your breathing. You focus on positive affirmations. Focus on positive affirmations for yourself. Focus on you can use one word affirmations. Those are the easiest. You can focus on the word strength, safety, grace, safe. There's so many affirmations that you can use. You can come up with your own, or you can have somebody give you a copy of something they have, or just things that people have said to you that made you feel encouraged. That's very good to focus. It might help you smile and just feel your spirit is uplifted, which is what we want. And you also want to focus on meeting the baby. Think about the baby and just imagine meeting the baby. You also want to focus on allowing your contractions to do what they are doing. So you want to focus on your body. You want to be very much in your body, not thinking, oh, here comes a contraction, it's going to be big. Oh, I've been here for this many hours. They're talking about doing that. But every time a contraction comes in, you want to focus on that particular contraction and on allowing it to do what it's doing effectively. So you want to moan if you feel like you need to moan. You want to move with the contraction if you feel like your body is telling you to move with the contraction. So you're focusing on the contraction in a positive way and not in a way that you're fighting it and not working with it. So how do you achieve this during labor when there's so much going on and you're experiencing probably the most discomfort you've ever experienced in your life? Well, practice your breathing exercises. If you need somebody to help you with that, find somebody that can help you with that. Practice them before labor. Practice them just for your own relaxation. Even after the baby comes, they come in handy to just help you relax when the stressors come up. You can use visualization. Visualization is commonly done with your eyes closed, which seems ironic, but you take your mind to a place that is peaceful for you or that is joyful for you. Or some people even visualize a color, maybe your favorite color, or you can visualize your favorite place, the ocean or the mountains, or a vacation that you took with your significant other, or you can even visualize somebody that you love, or even visualize what you imagine again your sweet baby's little feet will look like, what their little hands will look like. Just take yourself out of thinking about all the undesirable aspects of labor. You can do body scans, which is where you just monitor yourself. If you're feeling like you're getting a little bit out of focus, you're not able to allow your contractions, you're getting stressed out, you can find the source of this tension, and you can just start from your feet coming up, and you can just start with your feet and just see, are they relaxed or are they tense? Relax them, wiggle your toes and relax them. Are your knees relaxed? Are your hips relaxed or are they tensed? Are your hands, are your fingers clenched or are they limp and relaxed? How about your face? How's your jaw? Is your mouth open and relaxed? Are you creasing your forehead? And just prompt yourself to go ahead and just relax parts of your body. Are your shoulders hunched or are they nice and limp? And you can do body scans to help yourself to focus on relaxation. And then you can also write down things that you would like to focus on, write down affirmations, write down things that you would like to think about when you find yourself wandering into thinking about the worst case scenario. Look at this piece of paper and just think about these things that you wrote down, and then that takes your mind away from it, and then another couple contractions come and your baby's closer. So that's how focus works. And then if you have a partner, a husband or a friend, or even a doula that may be watching this, how can partners help minimize the distractions and enhance the focus? I like to explain how you use the 5 senses to enhance the birthing environment. So we'll just go from the sense of sight. So just observe the birthing woman. Does she look like she's hot? Perhaps you could get her a cool rag or a glass of water. However, more importantly, when it comes to focus, once you get her comfortable, you also want to look at the room and see if there is anything that could enhance her sense of privacy and relaxation. You want to make sure, if she had wanted dim lighting, that the lighting is dim, that the drapes are drawn, if that enhances her sense of privacy, and that she has things in the room that are probably pleasant for her to look at, pictures from home if she brought something like that. And then when it comes to the sense of smell, you want to have perhaps something, a blanket from home that just smells homey and is comforting. You could also have, if you're experienced with essential oils, you already use them yourself. Always make sure which ones are safe for pregnancy, safe for labor, safe for baby. But if that's something that you are experienced with, you can bring them to the birthing room and just put a drop on a cotton ball and just get a whiff of it. Peppermint is very uplifting, as I have heard. And you also, so let's go to hearing music. Is there any music that they wanted? Is the room nice and quiet? Are there too many people talking? I never feel afraid to ask people to finish their conversation, in the hallway if the woman is deep in labor. And then taste. Again, are they thirsty? Are they parched? Maybe they could use a piece of peppermint candy. Maybe they could use a piece of fruit. Citrus is known to be very, very good during labor for helping the feelings of nausea go away. And it's actually, the vitamin C is stimulating. It gives you energy. It gives you a mood uplift too. And then sense of touch. That's where if you are a partner, you just make yourself available to hold your partner. Make yourself available to rub their back. Make yourself available to, hold their hand. For doulas, some of us are trained in reflexology, so you could, some of us could do that. And then counter pressure. This is something a doula can teach you how to do. If you have a doula in the room, they'll do it. Just putting pressure on areas of the sacrum and the hips that takes away a lot of the edge of the pain. So that is how, as a partner, you can minimize the distractions and help the woman in labor remain focused. There's so many ideas out there, and it's good to just be prepared, to be available, and to observe the environment, and to make sure that it is supportive to the woman as she gets ready to meet her baby. That is my brief discussion on focus. I absolutely love this topic. If you would like to hear more, please let me know. And thank you for your time today, and I hope to talk to you some other time. Bye-bye.